it's Vinny. You're watching Don Shay Boxing Nation.
Right now, it ain't really. I was asking earlier today to see would he be interested in that next, but right now we can't negotiate shit. We got business to take care of about 2 days.
Man, shout out to you and your son, man. Happy Father's Day to you. Listen, I know that I don't have nothing but respect. That's why I put him on
Same.
the motherfucking list. You dig what
Yeah,
I'm saying? You know, me and you done talked about this.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
these lames and these whores that
yeah.
think that they can cause some bullshit, man. You know what I'm saying? We done been,
You're right.
we ain't new to this shit. You listen, you done already been around this shit, so you gonna make sure that he get his payday, and I'm gonna make sure that mine get it. We already talked about, have we talked about this shit already?
Yeah, we did. We did. Yeah,
Okay, okay, all right.
yeah.
Well,
But that's what I was asking. I was
good luck
asking
in a couple
earlier.
days.
Listen, I was
Huh?
asking earlier. That's what I was trying to ask earlier because, like I said, we got business to take care of. I ain't even want to get on discussing this right now, but we had business earlier. I mean, we got business to take care of, but I was asking earlier would y'all would be interested in that fight next because I know we was on the list. You feel what I'm saying? So that's how I was
Yeah.
coming the first time. But listen, hear me out though, Bill. So I
Okay.
fell asleep because it's
Huh?
10:30 in the morning, Tuesday morning.
10:27. In
All right,
Japan.
so check it out. So I fell asleep on your interview. I fell asleep listening. So
Uh-huh.
I didn't really hear everything. But then when I
Yes,
woke
sir.
up, man, I woke up the shit about Devin, talking about my son ass. I'm like, damn, bro, what the fuck did that come from? What's that about?
Oh, well, listen, now let me tell you this. You a fighter, and listen, watch this. I've watched you and Greg Hackett go at it, and then after, I done seen y'all, you know what I mean, pound it out and become the best. So let them do that. Let them do that. We can't take that away from them. You know what I'm saying? Their job is to be fighters and to stay wound up and stay tight about it. And our job is to stay connected and not have no excuse for it not to happen.
Yeah.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So that clip right there, that was Bill Haney and Brian Norman Sr. talking about making a fight between their sons after the Jensen Saki fight. We seen how that played out. Brian Norman, he got the biggest knockout of the year. Hopefully Jensen Saki, he makes a full recovery, not only because of his health, but I would like to see him against other contenders or up-and-coming prospects at welterweight. Even though Brian Norman made it look very easy, styles make fights. And the type of one-punch power that Sasaki has and his aggression could make for some interesting fights in the future when it comes to fighters who have not fully been tested yet. I mean, just for example, imagine if Vergil Ortiz was still at 147 and he fought that version of Sasaki. I'm not saying Vergil Ortiz loses the fight, but because Ortiz gets hit so much, the fight would be more competitive. Another example would be Oscar De La Hoya versus Arturo Gatti. Compared to when Mayweather fought Gatti, the De La Hoya-Gatti fight, it was way more competitive. And Oscar De La Hoya had a massive size advantage over Gatti compared to Mayweather as well. So hopefully Jin Sasaki, he makes a full recovery. I already reported the fact that he's already suffering severe memory loss. He lost the last 6 weeks of his memory. So anyway, going back to that conversation with Brian Norman Sr. and Bill Haney, you heard Sr., he said, what's up with Devin calling my son ass? Because that's what Devin said about Brian before the Sasaki fight. Well, now after Devin Haney watched Brian Norman completely annihilate Jin Sasaki, Devin, he put up this post and he said, damn, maybe Brian ain't so ass. Now, that's actually high praise when you consider the fact that boxers, when they're talking trash about one of their rivals, they don't usually retract the trash talk. So this means Devin Haney, he was extremely impressed with what he saw. He was just as impressed as we were watching it. So it already would have been a really good look for Devin Haney if he would have fought the champion Brian Norman before we saw the results of the Sasaki fight. But now that we've seen what Brian did to Jin, now you got to give Devin Haney a whole lot of credit if he fights Brian Norman next. Because Brian Norman right now, he has the Murtazaliev effect, meaning a lot of welterweights are not going to be in too much of a hurry to fight him. Brian Norman, he has completely evolved as a professional fighter. I've seen the progression in his last 4 fights. I mean, you have some fighters out there that look extremely impressive from the day they turn pro. right? And you already know that fighter is going to be special. And then you have those other fighters that don't look that impressive at the beginning of their professional career. But then once they step up in competition, they start looking better and better, the better the competition gets. And I believe that's what we're seeing with Brian Norman Jr. So let's see if Brian Norman and Devin Haney still agree to fight next. With that being said, I'm going to wrap this video up. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one. Let me tell you guys about Issa Israel Law Firm. It is a full-service legal practice based in Denver, Colorado, an emerging hub for combat sports and high-altitude training. If you're a fighter inside or outside of the ring and you need a law firm you can trust to fight for you, visit thefighterfirm.com or email help@iilawfirm.com. Legal representation is usually limited to plaintiffs or defendants in Colorado, but iFirm can help anyone in the world with trademarking their business name, logos, and U.S. immigration issues. This brother has been my attorney for a while and helped guide me through all kinds of business and civil issues, so make sure you guys go to thefighterfirm.com. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, the fever blisters, diabetic ulcers, this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called LO Deki Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to LODeki.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram.